Field marketing is handshakes, digital marketing is hand scrolls, and every click tells a story. Let's decode what actually drives online attention and clicks, contents, and conversions. Digital marketing decoded. Over the next 600 seconds, I'm going to convince you that digital marketing is an important part of your marketing strategy, and we're going to dive into real-world tactics and things that you can actually apply to your business right away. I apologize for the quality of this video and the last one. I have not had the ability to use my camera because it's dead and I need to charge it. So we are recording it straight out of the MacBook, but I figured that the information is so valuable that I'd rather get it out to you guys as soon as possible. So here we are. Every day we scroll past thousands of ads, but only a few of them make us pause. Think about Nike's social campaigns or the way that Spotify Wrapped really floods your feed every December. Now that I say that, it's coming up soon, so get ready for that. These aren't just ads, but they're moments built for sharing. Something about Spotify Wrapped that always surprises me is that people are surprised to see the results of the songs that they listen to throughout the year when they consciously knowingly put the songs on. But it's a great marketing campaign because it works, and then everybody sees the Spotify logo and it brings a lot of attention to it. But digital marketing is everything your audience experiences online. It's where data meets creativity. What are some areas of digital marketing? This includes content marketing, so blogs, videos, podcasts, social posts. It involves SEO and SEM, making sure that people can find you when they're looking online. It also includes social media marketing, of course, which is all about building communities and conversations. It includes email marketing to really help nurture and flourish with those relationships. And it also includes paid ads, so the fast track to visibility when you target it right. This includes what makes digital marketing powerful, and that really is that measurability piece. You don't have to guess who saw your campaign or what worked. That's something that I think with field marketing, you have that trial and error period, but with digital marketing, you know what worked. You can test and you can improve in real time. The beauty of digital marketing is that it's built for analytics. And if you're thinking, okay, so I wanted to get started into digital marketing, how can I start and really make sure that my dollar is going as far as possible? I want to make sure I get the most out of my digital marketing campaign. These are a few metrics I would recommend tracking right away so that way you can pivot and adjust your strategy accordingly. First, we have the click-through rate, or the CTR. This is basically showing that if people are engaging or clicking through from your email or from your social media post to then go to the landing page that you want them to get to. So are they reading your email and then taking that next actionable step? Next, we want to talk about the conversion rate. So are they taking action? So is that converting then into a sale? And then we want to talk about the cost per lead, or the cost per acquisition. So this means how much does it cost for one person to either make the next step and to follow through and to become a lead, or to become an acquisition. Every time you spend money on an audience member, are they taking those next steps that you want them to? And then we're going to talk about the engagement rate. So this is really more so with the organic strategy, but you want to think about if people actually care about your content. This means, are they liking, are they following, are they commenting, are they sharing with their friends, are they saving for later? But you don't want to get lost in the numbers, because 1 million impressions can really not mean too much if they're not the right impressions. So the best digital marketers use data to understand people and not just the traffic. Are you targeting a large audience? That is also your target audience. That is also really important too. A few digital marketing best practices that consistently deliver. You want to make sure you're starting with the strategy and not platform trends. So algorithms are constantly changing. Social media is constantly changing. Don't chase those trends. I've done a whole episode about the importance of aligning your marketing with age-appropriate content and really being strategic about the target audience you're looking to focus on. Just because there's a trend to do something right now doesn't mean it's necessarily the best move for your business. And you want to make sure it aligns with your brand, because ultimately you're building a long-term brand. You don't want to sell out on content that's cheap, not something you would want to do. Then you want to prioritize storytelling. So algorithms change, but emotions don't. People will follow your story with you no matter how you share it. It's really not about making sure that you're, doing what the algorithm wants you to do, but more so that you're connecting to your audience in a way that feels loyal and connected to them. I would also recommend trusting, learning, and adapting. A/B testing is a great friend with social media. Some pitfalls: posting without purpose. So consistency means nothing if you don't have that sense of clarity. So don't just go throwing content out there. Make sure it's really aligned with your brand, really strategic in terms of what you're sharing. You're also fighting for your audience's attention online. So if your audience is quickly scrolling past and is not engaging, that's just going to hurt your overall reach in the long term. You also don't want to over automate things. So people can tell when there's no human behind the message. A lot of content right now that's going out is AI, which you can use it definitely to your advantage, but I would make sure that you're making your content as personal as possible, even while incorporating different tactics. And then you also don't want to ignore the data. So if you're not measuring, you're not marketing, you're kind of just guessing. I would take a step back, look through your social media, see what's worked, see what's performed well, and don't just think about, this post got a lot of likes. Really take a step back and say, okay, why did this post perform well? Was it the time of day I posted? Was it the content style? Was it a video? Was it a carousel? Was I working with an influencer that really resonated? So really think about all of these aspects into it and take into consideration that data piece. So as you're looking to develop your digital marketing strategy, there's so many different avenues that you can do, but I would really take a step back first and think about who your target audience is and then what digital platforms they're on. This can be social media, but it also can be email marketing. You can also look into text message marketing. You can also look into, placing ads online. So that could be YouTube ads, Instagram and Facebook Meta ads. Looking into LinkedIn ads and just different avenues where maybe you're not necessarily posting organic content, but your content is getting sent out there in a more strategic way through paid ads. I also think there's a lot of value in working with influencers that are aligned with your niche and are sharing content that's actually getting those numbers. I would really be strategic with the influencers that you're going to partner with and make sure that just like in field marketing as brand ambassadors, they're aligning with the messaging that you want to convey. Continuing to share that story, they're accurately representing your brand because they are representing you through digital marketing. And really take that into consideration as you develop your strategy moving forward. So ultimately, the takeaway, digital marketing, it's not about chasing the clicks, but it's actually building trust at scale. So when you blend creativity with analytics, you stop interrupting people and then you start connecting with them. So you're no longer just another post on the feed. People stop or people actively look for your content. That's where you really want to be. In the next episode, we'll talk about bringing both worlds together where field meets digital, and we'll talk about what happens when real world experiences can help to fuel your online presence. Marketing doesn't just live in one channel. It lives in both. It lives in a variety of ways. And then this has been Marketing in Under 600 Seconds. I will see you all next time. Hopefully you learned a thing or two in this episode. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you rated and reviewed. This series has been so fun to record for you guys. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about field meets digital. And we have a lot of exciting podcast interviews coming up for you soon. So stay tuned for those. I'll talk to you guys on next week's episode. It's the same time work for you.